the people that I admire them for their uniqueness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I could admire one individual, say, for his dedication to his family and his dedication to his children and his very unique nature of making people feel like they matter, right? And being very generous with his time and his money. And then they could look at another person and be like, man, you're like somebody that like kicks ass, and you're somebody that like really pushes, and like it's go, go, go. And you want to be successful, you want to be prolific. And then I could look at somebody else and be like, oh, you have a very warm, nurturing nature, and I feel very close to you because you are somebody that we've gone through very similar like life trajectories, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the things that I admire are unique to the person, and sometimes they're completely in sync with who I am, so I feel connected because we have a shared experience, separate maybe, but this person went through this and I went through this, and like, you know, you feel some sort of connection that way. Or it's somebody that like I admired because it's not me, and I'm like, man, I like that about you, like that's totally the opposite of me, but like I want more of that. I want to like take a little bit of that and bring that into my life because I feel like that's lacking, you know. And I think that comes from a lot of introspective thinking,
right?
And I think it comes from self-reflection and honesty, being honest with yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of...
I like that a lot. What kind of person do you definitely not want to be? What are the values you wouldn't compromise on any circumstance?
I would say the person that I don't want to be is somebody completely cut off from the world, that is totally interested in things that are totally self-serving. And I understand to a certain degree human beings are, we all have a certain level of narcissism, and we all have a certain level of like, we want to benefit, right? That's part of being a human being. But I would say that like everything is not a zero-sum game, right? Like, for me to win, you don't have to lose. I feel like everybody can win. And I don't want to be a person that has to destroy other people to benefit. I fundamentally think that's wrong, and I think that everybody can win. There's no reason why everybody can't win, right? You know, and I do think competitiveness is fine. If obviously you're in a situation where you and somebody else are competing, they don't have to lose.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't, like, you both can benefit. There's enough, you live in a huge world. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of out there. It's like, you don't need to destroy the person for you. Like, that's, to me, is a very, I don't know, it seems like a very childish way of thinking about things.
Yeah,
a very toxic way of thinking about things.
I think competition is a natural part of life.
It's good. I think competition is good. Competition forces you to be better.
Exactly.
You see who you're in a room with. It's like you should never be I always have this belief that you shouldn't be the most talented or smartest person in the room. You should be the least talented and smartest person in the room, because that means you're in the right room. Exactly. You're surrounded by people that are going to make you better.
Right.
You know, people should always want to be better, whether it's their craft or them as a human being or whatever, you know?